Great thrill for me. I'm here tonight to present the Creative Achievement Award to one of my true heroes, Rodney Dangerfield. Most people don't know this about him, but Rodney is a very sweet and generous man. We're talking about a guy who has dozens of people walk up to him every day of his life and say, "Hey, Rodney, I'll give you some respect." As if he's never heard it before, and not once has he cold-cocked anyone. That alone is an incredible achievement. I know, because apparently I'm smoking. He is, without a doubt, as funny as a carbon-based life form can be. His biggest problem is that he fires off brilliant one-liners so fast that by the time you've recovered from one joke, you've already missed the next three. As the owner of Dangerfields in New York, and through his HBO specials, he continues to be a young comedian's best friend. He even helped discover a young impressionist from Canada who dreamed of, at one time, being the next Rich Little. I was performing in Toronto when I got my first gig with Rodney. He liked my act and he hired me to open for him at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. It was a very big deal for me. After that, he took me on tour for a couple of years, and one day I decided to be myself on stage. Well, things got pretty weird after that. I was bombing night after night, but I could still hear Rodney laughing in the wings. Afterwards, he'd say to me, "Man, those people are looking at you like you're from another planet." But if I was making him laugh, I knew I was onto something. One of the most revealing moments about Rodney, though, occurred when my father came to visit me in Las Vegas. My father was a pretty funny guy, and Rodney treated him wonderfully. My father knew him from the Ed Sullivan Show, and I knew him from Caddyshack. Somehow, he had found a way to appeal to every generation. You've got to admire that. He's a man who persevered and struggled for decades before he reached the top of his profession. I don't know if anybody here remembers the comedy club era. Well, they were quite popular places at one time. I did stand-up in the clubs for 15 years, and sometimes the only thing that kept me going was the thought that Rodney made it when he was in his 50s. In a business that generally values youth before talent, he was absolute proof that it's never too late to make your mark. You may have to quit for a while and sell some paint. But you don't have to give up your dreams. So, on behalf of all the fans and performers that he's inspired and helped along the way, I am deeply honored to present Rodney Dangerfield with this year's American Comedy Award for Creative Achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, Rodney Dangerfield.
I tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was a rough shape, you know? I mean, the last week, Cisco and Ebert caught my act. They gave me one finger up. I want to thank Jim, and I'm so happy with all his new success. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy and a more talented guy, really. So much.